He took his ring, left it face down in the sink. Coffee still warm, but the pictures turned to ink. And truck tracks bent down that red clay. Crooked road, mailbox hanging like a body on a rope. Cold vengeance runs slow, runs deep like frost in the well where the secrets sleep. You can now run town, you can change your name. The cold vengeance knows your vein. Judge shook hands with your daddy in the hall, Bible on the shelf. Never open, never falls, gravestone cheap. Just a date and just a name. Rain washed the flowers, but it couldn't wash the stain. Cold vengeance runs slow, runs deep like frost in the well where the secrets sleep. You can now run town, you can change your name. The cold vengeance knows your vein. Headlights off, you can hear your own heart drag. Wind in the corner whispers through a plastic flag. You feel that steel resting heavy by your knee. Every breath you take sounds like wait for me. COVID, coffee's gone cold on the dashboard, ash in the tray like snow. Your name in the fog on the windshield fades as the engine blows low. Burned horizon where the sky ran out of flame. I keep driving through the ruins of your name. Smell of you still in this jacket, like a ghost that won't move on. Burned horizon, I'm the only thing still holding on. Motel signs dying in silence. One blue flicker, then black. Your Picture keeps riding the shotgun face down, but it still looks back. If I turn around, there's nothing. If I carry on, there's less, just mile markers like gravestones, numbered miles of your last breath. So I chase that faded orange where the daylight used to be, sing your name into the rear view till the rear view swallows me. Burn horizon, burn horizon. Ashtray on the dashboard, coffee gone cold in my hand. Your name on the fogged up window, fading like an old church band. Hell ain't louder than silence when your side of the bed stays cold. Every creak in these old floorboards says what I can't hold. If a flame's gonna die, it don't need sirens or violence, just a long, long night. And hell ain't louder than silence. Your boots still by the front door, laces knotted up half tight. Radio glow in the kitchen, but I cut the sound at midnight. Neighbors slam their doors, dogs bark down the road, but inside these four pale walls, it's a graveyard after the show. I take thunder, I take fire over this empty room I'm in, 'cause every breath I don't hear from you is a scream under my skin. Hell ain't louder than silence when your side of the bed stays cold. Every creak in these old floorboards says what I can't hold. If a flame's gonna die, it don't need sirens or violence, just a long, long night. And hell ain't louder than silence. Gravel road under my boots, moon like a busted lantern. Your name carved into my thumb, still bleeding through the bandage. Old church leaning in the dark, cross crooked as my halo. Wind hums that same old hymn I swore I'd stop remembering. Midnight gallows swinging in my chest, every sin I ever loved hanging by a thread. You were my pardon, signed and never read. Midnight gallows, I'm the rope around my neck. Bottle rolling on the dash, cheap fire in my veins. Your seat's an empty jury box, I'm confessing to the rain. Headlights paint your silhouette on every broken fence post. I reach, but it's just dust and the echo of your almost. Midnight gallows swinging in my chest, every sin I ever loved hanging by a thread. You were my pardon, signed and never read. Midnight gallows, I'm the rope around my neck. If I turn back at the river, if I lay down all my pride, would you be here in this truck bed, counting every starless sky? Now every road runs to that night where your tail lights disappear. And I've been walking to that scaffold for 100 wasted years. Midnight gallows swinging in my chest, every sin I ever loved hanging by a thread. You were my pardon, signed and never read. Midnight gallows, I'm the rope around my neck. Glass on the counter, lip print dust, chair pulled out like you left in a rush. Clock hands crawling, but they circle the drain. This old house whispers every inch of your name. Whiskey silent, sitting where you used to sit, talking in circles with a bottle and a cigarette. Ghost in that doorway, leaning like you might step in. Whiskey silence pours me the night again. Two plates in the sink, only one ever gets clean. Coats on the hook, like a photograph in between. Radio's humming, space between the notes. I light your last match, watch the smoke draw your face. Say I'm gonna quit you, then I kill the taste. Every swallow is another slow goodbye to the man I was before you cut the sky. First shovel hit, cold clay, late June, sun sinking slow, like I knew too soon. Your name on the stone, still wet on my tongue. Hands in the dirt, my heart come undone. Gravebound soul, I left my love in a hole in the ground. Gravebound soul, I talk to the dark when the world's too loud. Singing low to the bones he found. There's my gravebound soul, trying hard not to drag you down. You dress in the chair, boots by the back door, coffee cup stain, like you just wanted more. I sleep on the edge, leave your side made up, still set out a plate, still pour you a cup. Preacher said let go, but he don't share this bed. He don't wake to your perfume fading from my head. So I keep one foot here in this broken town, and one where the worms pull my promises down. was born with a tremble and stain, but the cradle was clean. Mama lit a match in the kitchen, said some dead start before you can breathe. Devil's burden riding my spine. Every step I'm taking treads another line. If I ever get to heaven, it'll be on borrowed time, with a devil's burden hanging off mine. There's a cross on the dashboard, cracked glass, hanging crooked and gray. I keep talking to the silence beside me, like the driver just stepped away. I tried leaving in a motel drawer, tried to drown it on a rusty shore, but it climbs my shadow every sundown, every door. You know what you were given for. That southern shadow sits on my shoulder. Been there since my daddy drove off that night. Name on the sign says, "Welcome, soldier." Graveyard wind says, "You ain't done it right." Porch light busted, bottle in the driveway, mud on my boots from the old bayou road. Radio preacher talking about grace. I got a glove box full of things I never told. Southern shadow, follow me, follow me home from the tin roof rain to the red dirt, marrow and bone. I keep running these back road circles, but you lie down wherever I go. Southern shadow, only friend I ever let know. Ashtray full of August, I can't remember. One cracked frame of a woman in white. Her mascara bled like the Brazos-Sin flood when I chose my pride in a ball override. Mama says hearts don't break, they rust, slow like a truck left out in the field. I still see blue lights in the rearview glass every time I think the road might heal. If I cross that county line, will you cross it too? Sit in the passenger seat like a Sunday truth, or will you climb in the bed with the tools and chains, riding low with the sins I never could name? the tin roof of rain to the red dirt, marrow and bone. Almost my finger, dirt in my teeth, your name on my tongue like a rusted belief. Empty pews in my attic, old hymn books turned to mold. I drink from your chipped coffee cup just to taste something old. Your boots by the back door still lean like they might move. I talk to them at midnight, ask what I'm supposed to prove. This is my rust prayer, murmured to a sky gone blind. Bent nails, brown water, every word stains my mind. If you still hear me, darling, through the static of the rain out there, I'm on my knees in the dust of us, calling out this rust prayer. The fence wire hums in the wind like it remembers your laugh. I trace your name in the window fog, then wipe out the past. Moonlight on the kitchen knife catches every small regret. I set it down beside your plate like you ain't gone yet. Don't light candle, I don't quote any song. I just count the stains on the ceiling and the bones in my palms. If there's a heaven for the broken who never learned how to lead, let it be this fallen farmhouse, let it be this belief. That old church leans on a dead-end road. Wind sings hymns through the crack-stained glass. Boot prints fade that dirt yard. You left town, but you never got far. Your name's still carved in the pewback road, right where you swore you'd never let go. This is my Deadwood Prayer, spoken to an empty chair. Ash in my hand, cold in the air. If you can hear me from wherever you are, I got one more curse for these worn out stars. This is my Deadwood Prayer. Black suit hung from a rusted nail, still smells faint like a cheap hotel. Cross on the wall, turn face to stone. Even the saints don't pick up the phone. If I dig down past the bones and the roots, will I find your face or just worn out boots? If I drink this town clear down to the floor, will you walk in through that hollow door? If I dig down past the bones and the roots, will I find your face or just worn out boots? If I drink this town clear down to the floor, will you walk in through that hollow door? Wind chimes on the back porch, ain't moved in a year. Coffee cup is stained dark, right where you left it here. Your boots by the doorway, dust on every seam. I talk to the shadow, you answer in a dream. Silent gallows hanging in my chest, every word we never said swinging in the west. Silent gallows creaking when I breathe. Love died quiet in this house, but it never left me. Your dress in the closet smells like summer rain. Polaroids are curling at the corners of your name. I drive past the churchyard, headlights on your stone. Radio is turned down so I can hear you go. Silent gallows hanging in my chest, every word timber, it sound like this floor. Every step I didn't take to keep you from that door. If ghosts had a heartbeat, it'd pound like my own, tied to this old farmhouse, like a rope to a bone. You'll find me where the wild dogs won't even come around. Dust on my boots, mud on my knees, names on the stones stare back at me. Half-burned litter crushed in my hand, your last goodbye still in the air. Graveyard mercy, take this weight from me. I've been sleeping with my ghosts where the roots cut deep. If there's a corner of heaven for the lost like me, let the cold ground hold me gentle, show a little graveyard mercy. I talk to the dark like it answers back, ask every crow how to turn time flat. Your Sunday dress hanging by one sleeve smells like the life we couldn't keep. If love was a sin, then mark my stone, carve every lie I ever told. But if you're still here, my name in the rain, lay one wildflower on my shame. Just one wildflower on my shame. Found your Bible in the back seat, name in ink, pages torn, ring mark on the leather cover, like a ghost where gold was worn. Whiskey stain on our wedding picture, half a face, cigarette burn. I trace your smile with a shaking finger, feel that old rage start to turn. This is a broken covenant, signed in blood and cheap red wine. Every vow we ever whispered echoes down this crooked spine. I keep driving through the darkness, past the church we left behind. This is a broken covenant, and I'm the last one in the aisle. Dress still hangs in the hallway, the zipper stuck halfway down. Boot prints in the winter dust, leading straight on out of town. I hear our song in a rusted jukebox, cracked glass, skipping line. Your laughter lives in the empty spaces between each passing highway sign. I said forever in that parking lot, hands on your face, and small. You said forever till the fever broke. Now forever feels like nothing at all. Ash road, mile marker faded. Wind talks through the barbed wire frame. Your name in the rear view, waving like smoke that forgot it was flame. Ash road, it all burned down slow. still taste you in the dust I breathe. Ash Road, you took the best of me. Gas gauge leaning on empty, coffee gone cold in my hand. Your ghost in the passenger mirror, lipstick print on a paper cup band. Pulled over where the blacktop cracks left the engine running, didn't look back. If I turn around, I know I'll stay, so I drive this ash road till it fades away. That old oak door still spells my sin. Moon on the mailbox, dust on my boots, gravel in my goodbyes, blood and leaves, your name on the window, faded in the rain. My shadow walks beside me, but it don't feel the same. Devil's shadow knows my name, follows every step I take. Breath on my shoulder, hand on my face. You forgave the man, but the dog still waits. Devil's shadow knows my name. Cold coffee on the counter, Bible on a chair, pages bent to mercy, but it stops right there. You said I could come back if I ever changed. I turned that truck around, but the roads rearranged. I leave the porch light burning like a fragile little prayer, but it only draws the moths and the memories hanging there. I whisper, Lord, I'm sorry, into empty fields of grain. Something whispers back, son, you know my taste in pain. Devil's shadow knows my name, follows every step I take. Breath on my shoulder, hand on my face. You forgave the man, but the dark still waits. Cold coffee on the counter, your note still in my hand. One porch light burning amber, I can't remember who I am. Truck keys on the table, boots by the back door. Jacket on that same old chair. You don't live here anymore. Ashtray full of half-truths, phone face down, gone dead. Every room's a photograph, I'll walk through them in my head. I'm a midnight exile, banished from the life we almost had, haunting these back roads like a stray dream gone bad. You're a ghost in my rear view, I'm the curse in my own eyes. Yeah, I'm living in this house like a border town, stuck on the wrong side of goodbye. Mail piled on the counter, names I don't say out loud. I talk to your old coffee cup just to hear a voice somehow. Radio hum some love song, I kill it halfway through. Can't stand another chorus that don't belong to me and you. If leaving was salvation, why does it feel like I'm the one who died? If distance is redemption, why are you still sleeping on my side? I'm a midnight exile, banished from the life we almost had, haunting these back roads like a stray dream gone bad. You're a ghost in my rear view, I'm the curse in my own eyes. Yeah, I'm living in this house like a border town, stuck on the wrong side of goodbye. Blackened road, dust on my tongue, your name in the rear view, cut from my lungs. Late September, cold in my hands, half a tank, half a heart, half of a man. Your porch light shrinking in the cracked side glass, ash on my jacket, smoke in the past. Blackened road, you keep taking what I can't let go. Every mile burns another old ghost, headlights carving out a crooked horn on this blackened road. This blackened road. Old church lean, cross turned gray, gravel kicks up like the words I couldn't say. Radio's bleeding, some forgotten hymn. I turn it down low, hear your voice cut in. If I turn back now, would the door still stick? Would your bare feet find my boots on the brick? Or am I just a shadow in your kitchen light? A name you only taste when the bourbon bites. You were shaking in black when they threw down that earth. Every handful hit hard, like it landed on my chest. Your picture on the pine tilted, catching that churchyard sun. Wind kept folding my coat like it wanted me gone. Your sister gripped my arm, said he knew you did what you could. I just stared at your name, cut sharp in that stone, like it should. Grave dust still on my boots, I can taste it on my tongue every time I speak the truth. Grave dust sleeping in the seams of this hand-me-down suit, of these busted up dreams. I keep walking, but it follows every mile, every rusted bus. I'm breathing you in the grave dust. House still smell like smoke from the last fight we ever had. Ash rings on the table, coffee gone cold, going bad. Your jacket on the chair, sleeve reaching out like a tired arm. I sit in your old spot, let the silence do me harm. If I turned back that night, if I'd held you too tight, if I'd begged you to stay, would you still have slipped away? Now every road sign, every bar light, every late night tide bus feels like you brushing past me. In the grave dust. still on my boots. I can taste it on my tongue every time I speak the truth. Grave dust sleeping in the seams of this hand-me-down suit of these busted up babes. Empty chair across this table, coffee stain in the shape of your name, boot prints fade in the hallway dust, but your echo still leans on my frame. Outlaw silence, gun smoke in my chest, every word we never said carved into my breath. Outlaw silence, you done broke this town in two. This quiet pulls the trigger every time I think of you. Black hat hangs by the doorway, shadow falls where your shoulder once lay. Wind plays cards with the porch swing chain, house holds its breath like it's praying you stay. Judge in the mirror says let her ride, but the jury of memories won't let it slide. If loving you's a crime, I'll do my time in this lifelong hush on the county line. Outlaw silence, gun smoke in my chest, every word we never said carved into my breath. Outlaw silence, you done broke this town in two. This quiet pulls a trigger every time I think of you. I found God in a broken tail light, red glass bleeding on that county road. Your name shaking in my rearview mirror, like I knew what my hands had done. These crossroad sins keep calling me back Every turn I take leads to where I began. I'm bury the truth, then I dig it up again. I can't outrun these crossroad sins. Your suitcase still in the backseat, one strap torn from the last big fight. Your cheap ring cold on my finger, like a death I was scared to lose. If I turned left, we'd be laughing by now. If I turned right, you'd be halfway to town.